Hello Star Wars collectors, welcome back to my channel, Classic Rando 74. Today for you, I have got another Rando reviews. It's a very special item. It's a grail for me and for many other people that have never had the chance to own this before. I am so excited to have it, and I now present to you Blue Snaggletooth. The four Cantina aliens were Hammerhead, Walrus Man, Greedo, and Snaggletooth. Hey, that's not Blue Snaggletooth. What's the deal, Classic Rando? The deal is, originally Kenner made a mistake in Blue Snaggletooth. They only had the headshot of that alien, so they made a body on their own with no other input. This was corrected by changing the body to this little guy right here, after it already went into production. Now, how Blue Snaggletooth was released was in very limited numbers, only in one particular set from one particular store. The Sears Creature Cantina playset came with these four figures all packaged together. That is why Blue Snaggletooth is rare, a grail, and very valuable today. When we look at the two figures together, we can see that there's differences. Some are obvious, some are a little more subtle. The first one that you'll see is the color. Production Snaggletooth is red, while Blue Snaggletooth gets his name from being blue. The second difference is the height. Blue Snaggletooth came with long legs and giant silver space boots. Production Snaggletooth has shortened legs with these alien paws sticking out. Now, Kenner kept the torso the same and the arms the same, but one difference they did have was in the hands. Blue Snaggletooth's hands are smooth, while Production Snaggletooth has furry alien hands. The paint apps are different than just the red and the blue also. Around Blue Snaggletooth, we can see his neck collar is solid blue, as are the lines around his shoulders. On Production Snaggletooth, the collar is black, as are the lines around his shoulders. The last paint differences are on the heads. While Blue Snaggletooth is kind of pale and has light eyes, Production Snaggletooth is a dark gray with deep-set red eyes. When it comes to Blue Snaggletooth figures, not only is he rare, but it's even harder to find one in mint condition. Almost all of them have paint defects, as does mine. To find one without paint defects in ungraded condition, you're looking at $800 or more. A graded example is definitely going to be over $1,000. So what you do have are figures in different states of how bad the paint rubs are. With mine, it has some pretty heavy paint rubs around the feet, a little bit around the hands, a tiny little scar on the belt here, and then a little defect right there on his chin, and it's balding a little bit on the back here. We'll look at it a little bit more so you can see how bad it is around the boots. You might not think that that's a lot, but it kind of is. It continues around to the backside. You've got some missing paint around the hands a little bit. And then when you look onto his head, you can see some of that right there is coming off. Now, it doesn't bother me that I have one that's not in flawless condition. I am just really excited to finally have one. I'd seen him around in different shops over the years for actually a pretty big price. So I feel like I was lucky to get one in this condition for the price that I paid. And I'm happy to be one figure closer to finally completing my vintage Kenner collection. Thank you for joining me for another Rando review here on my channel, Classic Rando 74. I'll see you next time. You're my boy, Blue! Here we look at a modern Millie Cat. She's very agile, tons of articulation, more than any figure that Hasbro has ever done.